Good afternoon, all of you. Online students, is it clear audio and video? So the last one, spread operator. So the very last point, we combined or appended the arrays. By using the spread operator, 3 arrays we appended and stored into one single array. Next one, in this appending process, if you are interested, you can write your own values also. Own values also allowing. The array after or array before or after, we can place normal values also. Arrays are not compulsory. Suppose I'm taking some A1, array 1, FT, BT, front end and back end technologies. For front end, before I need some data, sir. I can take here something here. After I need some data, sir. Yes, we can take here. Again, after this one, I need some data, sir. It is merging or it is appending arrays. During the appending process, we can also add your own data also. No problem. Along with normal values, arrays also we injected, that's all. Now see the output. This is the output. First A, after that front end technologies, then B, after that back end technologies, and then C. So before, after, I placed some extra elements. And moving to the next one, sir. Just a finishing touch of yesterday's explanation. And moving to the next one and the last point, to destructuring of array. 3 points completed is the fourth point. Destructuring, array destructuring. So how to perform the destructuring, sir? It's just a coding technique, sir, by using angle brackets. An array operator is there in angle brackets. With the support of angle brackets, we can perform. And any separate operator like this, sir? No. No separate function, no separate operator. It's just a small coding technique. Small coding technique. But it's a new feature you are saying, sir. Old versions, that syntax not supported. Current version, the syntax supported. Your point of it's a new syntax for dealing of arrays. Destructuring. Which destructuring, sir? Array destructuring. And next topic, object destructuring also we are discussing. Spread operator, arrays, objects both supported. Then destructuring also, array supported and as well as the objects also supported. Both supported. So then only I'm clearly mentioning here, array destructuring. What is the purpose of this destructure, sir? Terminology variety available. Destructure in the sense dismantling of array. Dismantling. Any idea? Dismantling. Robo. Movie name, Amma. Robo. A world famous movie. చిట్టి వసీకర్ ఐశ్వర్య పేరేంటి? ఓకే ఐశ్వర్య సనానా ఓకే సోనానో సనానో ఏదో ఒకటి సనా. ఇప్పుడు రోబో ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ చిట్టి వెరీ గుడ్. వాట్ వసీకర్ ఈస్ సేయింగ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు డూయింగ్ positive things all are. Interval after the chitti becomes as a villain also. Reason? Sana. For anything, movie amma, Mahabharatam, Ramayana, public talk. Okay, that one leave it. In Robo movie, good chitti is becoming as a bad chitti. Reason? Aishwarya is the reason. Common thing. Went out the first part to what was Rajinikanth is did. Climax of the movie, what Rajinikanth is did. Dismantling of the Robo. I also asked the same thing. Dismantling, any idea? Na? Dismantling, destructuring, both same one. So saying second part Robo 2.0, what Akshay Kumar is doing, combining up. Means dismantle Robo parts, collecting and again going to joining. That is yesterday's program. Spread operator, joining array, destructuring, splitting of the array. So array inside data, if you want to copy to individual variables, what are the data available in array? What are the elements available in that array? That array data I want to distribute to other variables. So one, our own logic, the long process. Second one, by using destructuring syntax, we can easily perform that operation. So distributing the data of the array to normal variables. Last example, generally opposite direction. Last example we combined. Now I'm going to spreading of the data. So no special operator, no special function. It's just a coding syntax only, new syntax. See, first you'll get the idea here. Constant A equals to 11, 22, 33. This is my data. But now what I have to do, sir? But yesterday on a salary example also explained, remember, end of the month, what is our position? So in that account 2,000 rupees, in this account 1,000 rupees available. We are gathering and spending the money. But first week of the month, a lump sum amount of 50,000 credited in your account. Within 24 hours, what happens? Suppose 1 lakh credit in your account as a month salary. That first of the month, second of the month. Within 6th, 7th, 1 lakh, what happens? EMI, house EMI, car EMI, credit card bills, current bill, house rent, any personal bills available, all are gone. 1 lakh becomes as a 10,000 also. Within 1 day, kattam. You saw these type of reels so many in our Facebook also. A software employees life unmarked. Almost all private job employees life that one. Waiting for the first amount credited, rent 25,000, bike loan 5,000, car available, car loan, water bill, current bill, milk bill, vegetable bill, so many bills gone. That is this destructuring operation. Amount is general process. So then only save the money once again. Otherwise, end of the month is coming up. Without waiting like that, and you have to save the money. 10 rupees if you are in the saving that one, at least 3 to 4 rupees. You don't need to wait for the next month's salary. Otherwise, so A salary, how it is distributing? Some part, some part, some part, some part. Loans, so EMIs, etc., etc. School fees, so tuition fees, so kids available, something like that. Like if you have your parents, so every month, medical expenses also, tablets, so something, something. If you have any health problems, so that also again. So how it is distributing the salaries into pieces, and giving to somebody, that is called as the destructuring process. But now I want to do one thing. I have three amounts. In that, one amount is for a variable, one amount for another variable, one amount for another variable. What is the general procedure, sir? X equals to A of 0. X equals to A of 0. Y equals to A of 1. Z equals to A of 2. This is actual procedure. My data I'm my data I'm distributing to other variables. Same salary example. I credited this amount to, so in that some amount to some EMI, another amount to another EMI, one amount to rent, something like that. How own house hai to house EMI is comes. So distributed. That's all. Then account to Kali ho gaya. Waiting for next month's salary. In Indian, 60% of Indians position this only. Because our Indians mostly are the middle class. Middle class life like this only. So my data distributed, sir. It is three values, sir, three steps. If I have 10 values like this, 10 steps I have to write like this. 10 steps I have to write. Now whenever the values are increasing, steps also increasing. That becomes a lengthy process. So that operation we can perform in the shortest way by using the destructuring process. So put this in comment. Let x comma y comma z equals to a. And all these x, y, z get into one angle bracket. This is called as destructuring. So the simple way to distribute the data. The simple way to distribute the data. So what is the data distribution process, sir? Blind operation, sir. Like recently parameters topic I explained, functions inside parameters topic. Parameters when you are sending how they are receiving. The same way blind operation. Right side first one goes to left side first one. Right side second one goes to left side second one. Remember this is called as positional notation. Day before yesterday, no, I said this point, positional notation. We have one more notation also, name and notation. But name and notations, most of languages not supported. Which language supported? That also I said. Which language supported? One, two, JavaScript supported. Java supported. Sure, Pakka. Oracle supported here. So explanations points you are neglecting. But where is answer? So positional notation. The right side first value goes to left side first one. Right side second value goes to left side second one. Right side third value goes to left side third one. So what is the mapping process, sir? If you want to understand the mapping process, first substitute this array here. After substitution, then start the thinking. This one, and this one. Luckily here left side to right side 3 available, sir. Then copying. By chance 3 4 available or 4 3 available, sir. Then also copying. Because we don't have any rules and regulations, positional notations, blind operation. Both sides, if imbalanced data available, that also it is copying. No problem. So the destructuring concept what's there in the simple way to distribute the data of arrays to others. That is the option. Really data distributed as sir. Yes, I'm demonstrating here. I mean, already demonstrated proof. So print X value, print Y value, print Z value. So print X, Y and Z values. This is the output. Next, just an idea purpose with imbalanced also I'm going to showing here. The both sides data not balancing, but still it is working. So first define one array. Once again, this time I'm taking some string array. String array I'm going to taking. So data is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Angular, React. Angular and React. Next one, let followed by I comma j comma k equals to array. So one more destructuring without balancing of the data. Without balancing of data. Here how many variables are waiting, sir? 3 variables are waiting, and this side I given the 7 values around 7 or 6 values. So 3 values are copied, the remaining 3 values are skipped. That's all. What is the copying process, sir? Again, positional notations, blind operation. First one, second one, and third one is the third one. HTML copies to I, CSS copies to J, and JavaScript is copies to K. Remaining just leaved. Leaved in the sense skipped, and that's all. But it's never going to showing the error, and it's never going to objecting that point. So I, J, K, Mrs. IJK values. Next one, one more option here. Once again, one destructuring I'm going to show. That one element I don't want to copy, sir. I can jump that one, copy the second element directly. So XYZ to IJK over the PQ. P comma Q. Same process. HTML is copies to P and CSS is copies to Q. Normal process. But you said skipping something, sir. Yes. After P, comma is there. Then immediately you can use one more comma also here. An empty comma, it skips always the element. So what it is copying now, sir? As usual, HTML goes to P. CSS I given something, but nobody is there. Waste. Then JavaScript comes to Q. So when you print the P and Q, we'll get the HTML and JavaScript. So CSS is skipped. CSS not copied or CSS is skipped. If I use one more comma, sir, JavaScript also skipped and directly goes to Bootstrap. On a loops inside continuous statement I explained some days back. Continue statement. When I use the continuous statement, it's jumping the iterations. Background here also the same concept is working. So second comma, third comma, three values I skipped. But I jumped three values. Directly Angular is comes to Q. HTML goes to P, these three skipped, and directly Angular is goes to Q. I process. Next one. Your last topic also I'm using here, sir. But HTML goes to P, CSS skipped, JavaScript is goes to Q. Remaining data, the balanced data. That all balanced data I want to copy to one array. Possible, sir. Use yesterday's topic. Dot R. R for remaining data. Spread operator, I use it here. But yesterday you said the substituting, sir. No. Yesterday two meanings I explained. One substitution explained, another one assigning also explained. Now I'm following the assigning. After giving the data to P and Q, how much balanced data is there in array, that all remaining data copies to this array. R is array, sir. Yes, dot I use it, so it is array. How many values copying, sir? After giving these two, the balance values are comes to R. 3 or 4 or 5 or 40 or 100 or whatever it may be. Balance elements or remaining elements comes to R variable. So destructure with skip with spread. So confirmation, I'm printing that all the data. So print the QP, print the Q, and print the R. Print the R. So this is option. Next, and the last point. One of the universal problem, one of the universal question also, swapping of two numbers. It's a world famous question, sir, this one. Every programmer, initial days of their life, they're working with this program. Swapping of two numbers. For swapping of two numbers, we have different solutions available. One of the solution is swap the numbers by using third variable. The extra variable we are taking, by using the third variable, we are swapping the data. One. Second one, swapping the values by using the plus and minus. Third variable not necessary, just addition and subtraction. One more solution is swapping the values by using the multiplication and division. One more solution. No addition, no subtraction. Multiplication and division are comes. Third variable also not necessary. One more solution. Already three solutions, but now I pronounce it. One more. One more option is there. What is that? Swapping. Fourth solution. Fields. Yesterday online no sir, we are responding, sir, we are answering another as usual. Well, last half an hour onwards, no messages, no response. So let V equals to 100, the variable one. V2 equals to 200. I'm defining two variables here. So this destructuring we can also use to swap the data. And not only data, even we can swap arrays also. We can swap objects also. Variable swapping, array swapping, at the same time, object swapping. Anything is possible. Possible, sir? It's one coding technique I said already. So angle bracket. This side V1 comma V2 and this side V2 comma V1. That's what swapping with a single line. Swapping with a single line. Really swapped us, sir. Sir, swapping done successfully. I'm printing here also. V1, V2, and again V1, V2. So here is the output. Actually V1 value 100, but I will comes to 200. V2 is the 200, it becomes as a 100. So swapping is done successfully. So what is the technique we did, sir? And destructuring process. Advantage what, sir? And single line swapping. Generally, if you follow any type of logic, we can swap in by using the 3 steps. 3 steps compulsory to swap generally. So that's about this one, sir. New features also is then. The last yesterday session and today's session, all these are the ECMAScript concepts actually. But we are calling as a JavaScript new features. For in, for off, spread, and destructuring. Few days back, I already explained the for each, map, filters, all these are the ECMAScript concepts used in JavaScript as a new features. Okay, moving to the next one. Arrays methods, arrays operations, don't neglect, sir. Most of your interviews questions, sir. That is the reason why we focused on that one. And moving to the next one, working with JavaScript objects. Working with JavaScript objects. But heading differently available, sir. Heading this only, sir, but we are working with JavaScript objects. Objects and objects related supporting features and supporting concepts. Is it oops, sir? Yes, sir, indirectly oops. Indirectly it is a oops. But not oops. Oops, but not oops. What is that, sir? If you want to know that, first you should know this one. Object-oriented programming structures are object-oriented programming languages. Oops, a methodology or is a programming structure. We can call as a methodology or you can call as a programming structure, right? In this oops, we have subcategories. One is the class-based object-oriented programming. Second one is the object-based object-oriented programming. 2 types available. A few candidates know, so mostly I think no idea. Somebody only knows. But mostly what we know, sir, it is just oops only. And oops inside, again subtypes available, and mostly no idea. Somebody only knows. Your faces అయితే మేము saying no అనేవి. Okay. So Java to JavaScript, why coding differences are coming, but topics are same only, sir. Syntaxes wise, rules and regulations, lot of differences available. What is the reason, sir? This is the reason. You are OOPS, I am also OOPS. But you are following one type of OOPS, I am following the another type of OOPS. As per our previous OOPS knowledge, what we know, sir, we know OOPS only. But OOPS inside subcategories, no idea. I know that. You'll get the clarity now. See that. Nothing special, sir. Main category, subcategory. This is category. If you take it, these are the two types. These are the two types. Some languages following the object class based, some languages following the object based. It is also OOPS. You are OOPS, I am OOPS. But suppose sweets available. If you go for sweet shop, Motichur laddu very famous. Orange color laddu is comes. Motichur laddu under then. Here one tray available, here one tray available. In the tray, lot of laddus they placed there. Red nameplate, if you observe that one, difference available. Look same, taste same, shape same, color same, but nameplates different. What is that, sir? Motichur laddu without sugar. Motichur laddu with sugar. It is sugar-free motichur laddu. Sugar motichur laddu. Price also maybe 10 rupees, 20 rupees difference available. Color, shape, size, quantities, taste, all are 100% same. Really sugar or sugarless, we can't identify that one. They set the nameplate to sugarless. Sugar patients, they are purchasing and taking that one. Really sugarless is the good. Their health is good. There is sugar, but they are selling as a sugarless, they are getting diabetes, more problems. So, like a lot of sweets that preparing nowadays like that, with sugar, without sugar. Reasons are day-to-day diabetes patients count increasing because of our junk food habits. So something. This is the menu. So sweet. Which is sweet, sir? Both sweets. One sugar, one without sugar. Simple thing. Cake. Eggless, egg cake. Two models. Both look like the same. Look, color, everything is look like. Even taste also same. Until they said that one, it's eggless cake and we can't identify it. If they said that, we can identify, oh, it's eggless cake. Okay. So cake, but egg without egg. Like that, this is also same, sir. OOPS. With sugar, without sugar. Simple thing. With egg, without egg. So, class-based and object-based. This object-based is also called as a prototype-based programming. So, JavaScript follows the prototype-based programming. Your Java follows the class-based programming. But both following the OOPS only. When both following the same OOPS, then why coding differences are? Subcategories are different. You belongs to one subcategory, I belongs to another subcategory. So what is the major difference, sir? One single point I'm explaining, sir, not much more. Object-based programming, the main concept, how it is running, sir. You identified or not, I don't know. I already completed around 60 programs in JavaScript. 60, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, Amma? Unbelievable, huh? But it's a fact. Around 60 programs I completed, sir. In that, at least 30, you know, and I don't know that one. Somebody had no idea because regularly not attending sessions. So roughly 60 programs. In these 60 programs around, I never created any class. I never designed any class, but all my programs are completed. Not only sample programs, applications also 2, 3 we did already. Application style also. That also we are not used any classes. How it is possible, sir? Because this is my structure. But I developed 60. Another 40 also I'm going to developing. I can develop another 100 also without using classes. But 160 no need gani. Just one program write in Java without touching the class. One program. Not possible. That is called as your class based. I am object based. But you are also not used objects, sir. Why I have not used? What is document? Object. What is console? Object. Window? Object. And array is also object indirectly. I'm daily using object. First day, almost 1 month back, I explained, started JavaScript. First day, what I started, the first example. In that also, I used objects. So every day, every example, I'm using object. But I never used the class. But without class, how it is possible, sir? That is the technique of the JavaScript. It is not forcing the programmers to create the classes. You can just create and you can focus on objects. Remaining things, I'll focus background. But your programming languages are not like that. First create the class and then create the object. So structural differences. Structural differences. Now directly I'm starting working with objects, sir. First topic, objects in this one. So what is object, how to create objects, that all information I'm going to sharing here. So what is object, sir? Object is a physical component. Object is a real-time entity. Compared to first one, is second pronunciation is world famous pronunciation. Almost every OOPS student, they knows object is a real-time entity. First sentence character, second sentence character, sir. Both characters, sir. Every object is a physical component and every object is a real-time entity. What is meaning of real-time entity, sir? Simple meaning, it's really existed in the world. Simple meaning is it's really existed in the world. How can define and how can justify that one, sir? Who have these three qualities or who have these three characteristics, those called as the objects. Every object should be visible, every object should be touchable, and every object should be used, utilization or useful. So if any of the item, they have these three characteristics, those we can call as a objects. It should be visible, it should be touchable, and it should be useful for us. Then it is called as the object. By chance in these 3 points, if any point not supported or not working, sir, then you are not object. But remaining 2, I am supporting, sir. 3 must. Any one is missing, you are not an object. Then what? If it is not object, then what it is? If it is not object, then what it is? Huh? So whenever you are not belongs to objects, sir, obviously you belongs to classes. Because in our programming, we have 2 things, either class or objects, and that's all. If you are not student, obviously you are the faculty. Or if you are not faculty, obviously you are the student. No third option. Admins outside the classroom here. Inside the classrooms, admins not available. And these are some of the real life examples of the object. Just for your idea purpose, but I'm not going to using any of this. Knowledge purpose. How can say, sir? Apply the 3 points. Pencil, we can see. Pencil, we can touch. Pencil, we can use. Object. Even, suppose, what is this one? Injection. Very good. You know a lot of things. So this is called as syringe under injection. The syringe, not injection. Ma urlo syringe antam. In my hometown, we call as a syringe. In our hometown, I don't know that one. You only said injection. అన్నట్టే ఉందండి. So this is syringe. Hmm? But a lot of people calling injections, sir. We can't do anything. Hmm? Syringes, visible, touchable, and we are using for injection. Adi. Syringes are used to do the injection. Adi. That item name is not injection. Okay, but general knowledge is not necessary, but points either that one. Hmm? Next, if I remove these all the things, because it's just understanding purpose and comes to the programming world, these are the examples of objects. In our programming world, these are the examples of objects. Sir, these names we know very well, sir. Last 2 months onwards, we are working with these, sir. Yes, those all are objects only. Because CSS, like I already said, sir, introduction of the CSS starting days. In HTML, every tag will comes to here, it is a instance. And instance is nothing but an object. CSS selectors time I used that words. So paragraph is an object, button is an object, heading also object. Like that in HTML, every tag while comes to programming world, it becomes as a object. And 100 plus elements available, sir. 100 plus elements, here it becomes as a 100 plus objects. Compulsory. Internal coding is that only. Every tag is a object in representation. Check the CSS starting explanation. We have this information. I explained. You don't explain, sir, and don't say that one. I explained. Maybe you are not attended, I think. Not explained. Sure, huh? Or girl saying not explained at no? I think that day you all are absent, maybe. Remember, okay, no problem. Easy to connectivity. So, in coming concepts in JavaScript, we are not working with these, sir. We are working with these paragraph objects, button objects, image objects, body object, head object, HTML object. Like that, it tags objects we are creating when we are working on that objects. Compulsory as to work with that one. That understanding properly, today I started objects explanation. So what is object, object structure, object inside what we have, the details I'm giving. It is helping to understand next topic betterly. Don't neglect. What is next topic, sir? TOM. Huh? TOM. Topic name. Domo, Domo, whatever it may be. The topic better understanding, these explanations are useful. Today's and tomorrow's explanations. But carefully listen it. If you neglect it, your DOM is getting the effect. And what is the special of the DOM, sir? DOM is the heart of the Java script. There are so many topics we learn up to now. These are all the topics learning a better understanding of the DOM concept only. Our callbacks, arrow functions, expression functions, all I need for the DOM concept. So what the DOM is doing, sir? A lot of people, you know that one, JavaScript creating dynamic pages, and that is the DOM concept. That is the concept of the DOM. So last topic of the JavaScript, more important. But mostly students, what they are doing, sir, the last topics are not attending. It is fact. Not JavaScript, in all subjects, same problem. Core Java last topics, how many attending? Oracle last topics, how many attending? And your batches wise, I am saying. But last 3-4 topics, more crucial topics. First days, I understand regularly attending. Main topics when it is starting, dropping started. The reverse process and the total reverse process. In every subject, last 3-4 topics are the key concept to design the projects. All subjects. But 70% of students doing one common mistake. Last days class is not attending properly. Dropouts, dropouts, dropouts. In what we know the subject main topics, no idea. How we are designing the applications. So put in brain. If you have other subjects, if you are attending anything, don't neglect the last 3-4 topics, especially in all subjects. Those are the heart of the that subjects. So next one, Domo. Domo after next one, timer functions, nothing but an multi-threading operations in JavaScript also. Key concepts, these all are. Next one, super topic on a client-side validations. In 1 month, why we is patiently sitting serenity? These three are the main reasons. Domo, timer functions, validations. The three concepts better understanding. In 1 month, we drive them up without any accident. So try to refresh and brush up the previous topic. 3 topics betterly understanding. So coming all the topics are the more important and crucial topics. Tomorrow absent, as usual, మనకి తెలిసింది కదా. ఈ మేడం గారు 1 డేలో కంప్లీట్ చేసేసేయండి సార్ అంటారు. ఇప్పుడు చేయమంటారా 1 డేలో? స్టిల్ రెడీయా? అబ్బో. So next concept, document object model. The O stands for object. Document object model. O stands for object. Directly instead of working objects. So how to create the object? Object, what is the functioning? Internally object, what we have things. That I'm explaining. Then when you are working with this DOM, you will get more flexible and comfortability. Next one. So object is an instance of a class. Every object is an instance of a class. What is instance, sir? Instance is nothing but a dynamic memory block. Dynamically constructed one memory block like as arrays. Like as arrays. This memory block is constructed based on the structure of the class. So what is the class structure available? As per the structure, it is preparing the duplicate copies as Xerox copies, those called as the objects. A more clarity I given here. Every object is a one copy of a class. How many objects we created? That number of copies you are preparing indirectly. Indirectly meaning is that one. So objects are the instances of the classes. Nothing but a dynamic memory block. Then we have classes here, class available based on the class object created. Then we can use directly classes, sir. Then why we should go for the objects, sir? Class available direct. You can directly use the class. Why we should go for the objects, sir? If I use the class directly, I'm losing 2 points. One, reusability not possible, and multi-purpose also not possible. No reusability chance and no multi-purpose chance also. That is the reason why we are creating the objects. At somebody's point of view, what sir? And classes we can't access directly, then only we are creating the object. Is somebody's point of view. How can say classes we can't access directly? And can you prove it? Classes we can't access directly. I can prove classes we can access. We can use. But we are not interested. And system not supporting, system allowing, not correct. In all languages, and C family related languages, we can use classes directly, but you are losing 2 points. Reusability, multi-purpose. But I want to use the same code again and again and again. I want to use the same code for different places, different requirements. Then we should go for the copies. Okay, classes we can't use directly, and if you feel it, then only we are creating the object. Anybody, if you have this type of feeling, one small question for you. Recent examples, somewhere I used the math class I used. There are some expression arrow functions examples. Math class I used. I directly used the math class where I created object. I used math. And that day I already explained the math class inside we have all mathematical functions. Every function we can call directly. I used it already. Even you also used it, sir. While writing of your Java programs, system class used it? Used it. How many times, sir? Every program using. Hundreds of times. But where is system class object? Where is system class object? Java candidates. System object, huh? Huh? Out. Sure, huh? Out is system class object. Pakka. If out is system class object, then you can use directly out. Otherwise, system you are using again. Question correct. Pakka. Very clear question. Okay. Just for your knowledge purpose. Student class you have. Suppose. Student class object you created. The future coding you are writing student object directly or student.ob. Oops, candidates. Direct OB or student.ob? Huh? Direct OB, sir. Student.ob. I think you don't know oops concept, I think. Point saying, you are repeating, you host one student class. But is student class object created OB. Student class object to OB. But when you are accessing the members of this class, you are using directly OB or student.ob. A student under. But if you want to use the student, again, why OB? So you are accessing the members by using the OB. Properties and methods. Directly you are using by using the OB, right? So like that, system class. You said that out is the system class object. You only said, but out is system class object. You can use directly out. Again, why we are writing the system dot out? Correct point. Well, go for the student. You are writing directly student OB, not student dot OB. But while comes to system dot out, why? No idea. So, okay, that one leave it. Huh? Out. Out, not my subject here. Okay, general point I'm talking here. System class we use a lot of times in program, but you are not created system. But that candidate leave it. Reminding what you are saying. Out, not system class object. So system class use it directly or not? Use it together. Then how can say classes we can't access directly? One side you are using, sir. Left hand you are using, but you are saying right side we can't use. How it is possible? Think once yourself. Point catched. This side you are saying, like as politicians and matter. This side one, when they turn like this, point is going to changing it. I just raised the question and that's all. Think once yourself also. If you are feeling strongly, we can't use the classes directly in program. Then how you are using system class directly in the program? Okay. Okay. Classes we can use directly or not? Not started. Classes can use directly or not? No idea. No idea. Again, the all my oops completed. Huh? Python, I'm asking. Classes available there also, kada? Can you use the class directly or not? Okay. These candidates leave it, sir. Relaxedly coffee. Coffee cup. Relaxing. It's always tension. Kada. Isn't it? Coffee cup candidates, think once yourself. I'm not saying anything. I'm just raising the doubt and that's all. So, we can use class. Here we use it. There also we are using. But still we are saying we can't use the classes. And how much correct think yourself only. One side you only using every example. So, conclusion of that one, we can access the classes, sir, but one small technical problem. What is that, sir? With one name, how many classes we have? Only one class. That one class, if used directly, what happens, sir? Reusability missing. Reusability missing. Simple thing. But I want to use this logic again and again and again, different places and different purposes. So make the Xerox copies of these classes. So first Xerox copy, second Xerox copy, third Xerox copy, fourth Xerox copy. These four Xerox copies we can use for four purposes, four different places. These Xerox copies, what we said, sir? Objects. System class is predefined in Java. Yes, sir, but only static members. Correct answer. If I design the total class, I don't need objects. That is I'm asking. What you said, I accepted, Ajar. If I create completely static, I don't need any objects. Got it a point? Then why we need to create object? We have classes already. Static items, whatever it may be, logics running possible, outputs producing possible, right? Data storing is also possible. Everything is possible. Let's start with that thinking. Next comes to this one. So this is the definition of the objects. Code reusability. What I explained, that only I also said. If you use the classes, code reusability not available. If you use the class, if you use the objects, code reusability comes. If you use directly classes, we can use only for one purpose. If you use the object, we can use for different purposes. This is the definition of the objects. Object is a collection of members. What are the members, sir? Properties and methods. In generally, every object inside at least one property and at least one method. One of that. One method or one property available. Without any property, without any method, generally we are not creating any object. No use. No use. At least one property, otherwise at least one method required. In generally, every object contains the minimum number of methods, minimum number of properties. Examples are, our array object is the best example for that one. Last 3 days, we called the lot of methods of the array. Pusha, pop, shift, unshift, index, includes, sorting, reversing, whatever it may be. That all are methods. And array inside we have length also. Na? Length is called as property. Length is the property, remaining all are the methods. So if you take array and object, array object inside methods available, properties available. Even document is object. Document object inside two methods available, write available, write ln available. Console is object. Console inside also two methods available, log available, table also available. Table also I explained. Arrays examples I explained to print the array in table format. Now see that every object inside minimum number of items are available. Window is there. Window object inside also we have 5 methods. Alert to, prompt to, confirm, parse into, parse float. 5 completed already. Window object inside 5 methods I already explained. So every object they should contain at least one method. Otherwise that object is not more useful for us. Simple point. Okay, sir. Then what is the use of these properties and methods, sir? Yellow color points observe, sir. Yellow color points. Properties are used to store the data. Methods are used to perform the logical operations. Methods are used to perform the logical operations and properties are used to store the data. If you combine these two things, then it becomes as a object. If you combine these two things, it becomes as a object. So object definition, each item for what purpose we are using. And we already worked the live examples. Array.length is the property and these all are the methods. And at last, what is the use of objects, sir? Or what is the purpose of objects, sir? Objects are used for data maintenance operation, for maintaining of data or for storing of data. But sir, 1 week, 10 days back, you said same points in arrays also, sir. Arrays also used for data maintenance. While the explaining of this point in arrays, I compared with the databases also, remember? Arrays data maintenance, databases files also, data maintenance, and clear clarity, I explained the point. And that day I explained example, your water bottle example, water filling process. But water bottle database, filter database, arrays objects, water bottle. Your array is water bottle or your object is also water bottle only. Files databases are filters. Now generally we'll get the doubt here. Sir, arrays data maintenance, objects also data maintenance. Then why the two concepts for the same purposes, sir? I given some small comparison here. Arrays maintains the data in sequential order. It is serial wise it maintains. First cell, immediately second cell, immediately third cell, immediately fourth cell, like as our trains compartment, old example. But objects maintains the data random order, like as your sitting order. Any uniformity? Anyone serial wise sitting? No, everybody you are sitting in the random positions as per your comfortability point of view. Somebody fan, somebody screen, somebody collar, like that. As per your requirement, you are sitting in the place. This is called as object sitting style. Arrays sitting styles are ante mana trains compartment style. Compartments randomly connecting no one sequence, one uniform order they are going to connecting. So that is the major difference here. Next one, arrays are operating based on indexes. Arrays operated based on the indexes. Now we worked a lot of examples, almost 15 examples I explain on arrays that when you are performing array operations, while storing the data, while retrieving the data, index is playing the key role for any operation. Even yesterday we deleted the data based on index only. We sliced the data based on index only. All operations performed based on indexes only. But objects, sir, no need of the indexes, sir. We can operate by using properties. The properties also called as key. Key. So property technical terminology is the key. So every property mapped with one value. Nothing but every key is mapped with one value. So values you are operating based on the keys. If you want to store the data, key based on. You want to retrieve the data, key based on. You want to delete the data, key based on. Anything, key based. And here anything, index based. And arrays created by using array literal angle brackets. Objects created by using object literal curly brackets. So the concept is both for same purpose, but the way of data handling is different. Data handling different, but data concept is same. And next one, objective properties methods I said. What is the property? What is the method, sir? Technically, I explained, sir. Properties are used for storing of the data. Methods are used to perform the operations. Nothing but tasks or works or something like that. Example, you are also object, I am also object only. Because in this diagram, human being also available. So every human being is an object of the human class. Suppose. Every vehicle is the object of the vehicle class. Tractor, car, bus. These all are objects for vehicle class. Next one, books, bird. Bird is the class. Sparrow, spiral, peacock. These all are the objects. Animal is the class. Dog, sheep, goat, tiger. These all are the objects of that class. So we are also object. But if you take you are the object, this person details available, name of the person, age of the person, education qualification, job, date of birth, contact number, email ID, address, gender, married, unmarried, these all are those called as the properties. A person details are called as properties. But morning to evening, this person, what he is doing? Some works doing, no? Eating, talking, walking, driving, teaching, cooking, sleeping, running. No. Doing that all called as methods. So every object inside some details available, it's called as properties, and every object doing some works, those called as the methods. Live example, you or me. Your details available. At the same time, you are doing some works, morning wake up to night go into bed. Some works you are doing. At least this we are doing compulsory. Remaining doing are not a choice, but this is a compulsory. Otherwise, our wicked gone. After this one, what is one more compulsory? This one. For life, if you want to run smoothly, these two compulsory. Food taking compulsory, sleeping also compulsory. The sleep not available, automatically health problems are comes. Because see that the blackheads are forming, carry bags are forming, because no proper sleep common. After certain age, you are also getting no problem. No. Oh, yeah. Once if you step into job environment, automatically comes everything. And the last point, sir, how to create objects, sir. Two models. There are so many is there. Two most popular. One is, we know already, literals. Second one, constructor. Why I said we know na? Same points I explain in arrays also. How to create arrays? Two approaches. Approach one is literal. Approach two is a constructor. Chepa? Huh? Same here also it will come. So the mostly used and the major models to create the objects with the support of object literals and with the support of constructors. We have constructors as our inheritance also available. Future classes I am explaining. Objects we start into next constructors is comes. Constructor after next inheritance also next week we are discussing those all. So literals is the one of the option. Constructor function is the another option. First I'll start it with literal, then we'll go for the constructors. So who is the object literal, sir? Few minutes back only I said curly brackets are the object literal. We can create object by using open curly bracket and closing curly bracket. This is represent object begins, this is represent object ends. My object structure started here, my object structure ended here. That is, this is represent array started, this is represents array ends. Like that, this is object begins and this is object ends. Remember the point once again, we are directly creating the objects. We are not creating any classes because this is the prototyping based program, object based. So only objects we have to deal. Then what about the syntax, sir? Here is the syntax. Literal syntax. That is object literal syntax. After completion of the literals, I'll give the constructor syntax. Separately, I'll explain. Constant followed by something reference name equals to open curly bracket, closing curly bracket. Inside that list of properties and list of methods. What are the properties we require? Define all the properties with a comma separator. And as well as what are the methods required? Define all the methods with a comma separator. Every item after comma compulsory, sir. Last item, don't use the comma. Remaining all items, property comma, property comma, property comma, or method 1 comma, method 2 comma, method 3 comma compulsory. And a property syntax also observe, sir. Name of the property, colon, value of the property, comma, no semicolons, no equal. Generally, while assigning of the values, what we are using mostly, sir, and a value equal symbol we are using. But literals allows the colon symbol, not equal symbol. It's similar to your CSS syntaxes. While writing of selectors, assigning values, colon or equal, what we used? Colon we used. That type of syntax. So name of the property, colon, value, comma, second property, colon, value, comma, third property, 4, 5, 6. Next methods. Okay, sir, how to create the property? You have clear information here. But method, you just write a method name only, syntax not given, sir. Yes, because we know already, we worked 4 days on the topic. The last topic, functions. Functions. So functions are promoted as a methods. Functions are promoted as methods. Variables are promoted as properties. Up to the last topic, we used variables and functions, right? And that functions promoted as a property. Variables promoted as property and functions are promoted as a methods. So the functions and methods both same as sir. Almost the same, sir, except the memory management calling style different. Variables properties same as sir. Almost the same. Memory management calling style difference. One memory management changing, second one calling style is going to changing. That is the remaining concepts are the same only. So we know the functions. Almost 8 examples I explain on the functions. Named functions, expressional functions, arrow functions, right? Now the 3 promoted to named methods, expressional methods, arrow methods. That's what matter. Huh? Loudly say. You don't know na. Don't like them. Refer the material. Material posted kada. Could they refer the material? So repeating the points sir once again. 3 types. Actually, we worked with 4 types. Anonymous methods not using generally. Anonymous concept, if you remove it, named expressions, arrows. Same 3 functions we are writing here as a methods. Named methods, expressional methods, arrow methods. So that is the concept. So almost syntax same. Syntax also same. 1 or 2 changes and just one keyword changing and remaining 90% copy and paste it. Okay, next object creation completed, sir. Next, what to do? Accessing. So how to access, sir? These are the 3 syntaxes. If you observe the syntaxes carefully, last 1 month onwards, we are using the syntaxes. Today is not first day. From 1 month onwards, I'm working with these syntaxes. Where you worked, sir? Every day, every example. Every day, every example. How, sir? Document.write. Console.log. So document console reference, write to log methods. Or what about this one, sir? Recently I used a lot of times array.length. This syntax, direct implementations. Those are. So it's nothing new, sir. Hundreds of times we use these type of syntaxes in our programs. So first one, to get the data from property or to access the data of object. Second one, to assign the data to property. Nothing but then to store the data into object. Third one, to call the methods of objects. So first 2 data accessing, last one is calling of the methods. Daily we are using here. Next one, last point, sir, note point. I think a lot of people, you know this point because other languages also this point is there. Object, O capital letter. It's one of the predefined class in JavaScript library. Object is one of the predefined class of JavaScript library. What is the special of this one, sir? For easy understanding, my first subject HTML is there, no? HTML related to small question. HTML related a small question. Huh? Give the better answer. Otherwise, simple question, easily you can answer. Which tag is the base tag of all HTML tags? Huh? Which tag is the root tag of all HTML tags? HTML. And there are so many hundreds of tags as well. All that hundreds of tags are the subordinates of one person. Who is that person, sir? In HTML tag. Like that in JavaScript also we have a lot of predefined classes, lot of predefined objects as well. All these are the subordinates of one class. That class is the object class. That is the point I said here. So how HTML tag is ruling the all other tags in HTML. In JavaScript, object class is the superior for all others. Or indirectly, reminding all are the subordinates of the object. So every JavaScript class, every JavaScript object should be derived from an object prototype only or object class prototype only. Anything is okay. And we know already some of the objects, document, console, something, right? And those are also the subordinates of this object class only. What is the proof, sir? Operation theater. Couple of times we checked array structure, remember? Array structure, indexes, values, length, something showing. A last line, anybody observed? Last line of the array structure. Test for your observations. In console, when you open the array body, cut the stomach of array and open it, values displaying along with indexes. Last but line length. Last line what? Prototype array. Prototype of array. Today also we are discussing the same point, sir. JavaScript always following the prototyping concept. So array is also created by using the prototyping concept only. But you said everybody is coming from objects, sir. A prototype of array before one symbol is there. If you click it, it is going to expand. Accordion, an HTML concept. Accordion, details and summary tag. If you click on the prototype, array inside items are displaying. If you go for the last line, prototype of object is come. And arrays also subordinates of the objects only. That is the meaning. So really, yes, sir. This is our array program. Gonna open it. Array. This is what I asked. Girls not observed, boys only observed. But we opened this one lot of times together. Not one or two times. So many times I opened this one. Count required. Would count into complication. But at least 20 to 30 times I think we checked this one. Observed, But what I said here now, sir, this is accordion, man, HTML concept, details and summary. Go to the last line, sir. Object prototype. So this is what I am saying here. It is summary tag. When I click on that, details tag comes. Inside the details tag, again sub details tag. We can design this type of thing in HTML. Same as accordion concept, new feature of the HTML. Remember details and summary tags? That is this. This is the design. Next one, check the console. Expand, go to the last line. Console object is also coming from this window object, document object, array object, date object, your object, my object, all objects are finally they should be derived from the object class prototype only. This is the theoretical part, sir. Just for an idea purpose, one point I'm repeating here. The long back I explained. A gap available there, so you remember or not, no idea. This is called as object. And this is called as reference variable. Every reference variable maintains the address of the object. How, sir? As per my array diagram. Not your array diagram, my array diagram. Remember your diagram, my diagram. What are the diagram we discussed in the class? As per that exactly same structure going on. So where this box is created, sir, heap area. And this box is created in the stack area. So this is object, this is the reference variable once again. Non-primitive data type. are referensive data type. Last model. Array is the first one, functions the second one, and this is the third and also last one. Reference to data types. Okay, example, tomorrow I'll start freshly. Huh? Thank you all. Any questions, online candidates? In DOME concept, we'll discuss that one, sir. Why we need now? When you are entering into the topic, that we'll discuss. ఏంటి టాపిక్ ఏంటి?